thank you all for being here. This is an auspicious occasion. This post has meant and continues to mean so much to this community, and we are grateful for all of the work that's been done for the folks who contributed, but more importantly, we're grateful for the fact that which still stands in this community as a beacon of hope, a beacon of sacrifice, a beacon that people can look to and really see that there is still and growing hope in our community.
My father, Travis L. Williams, was born in 1924 and came here when he was 4 years old and 29. He lived over by the Elks at 7th Avenue and Buckeye, grew up there. He and his 6 brothers went to, all of them, served in one form or another in the military. They came back and they recognized that they could not purchase housing in the state of Arizona. They had the GI Bill, they had the ability to go to college, but when it came down to purchasing a house, they could not purchase one because no one would sell one to them. They went to the VA. They asked the VA, hey, look, we have these certificates, we can't purchase a house, can you help us? The answer at that time was, well, we can't make people sell you houses, but if you'll build your own, we will honor those certificates. And Travis Williams and my uncles and my grandfather started Williams and Jones Construction. They built this community to the south here they bought 160 acres of land from 24th Street to 16th, Rozier to Broadway. They purchased several buildings like this one, which used to be called JK's. Anybody remember that? 2 people, 3 people. And they renovated it and leased it to the American Legion.
And so I think it's within the power of all of us in this room, and whether we're elected officials or whether we're public servants in the police department or members of this community, to do our best every day to make sure that we're giving back to our community and we are making this truly a good place to live. So Art, thank you for everything you've done, my friend, and thank you to everyone and everything that you do in this room to continue to make Phoenix a good place to live. And let's continue to remember that there's more that we have in common that separates us as Americans, and let's continue to strive to be good. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
But this place is not only a location for socializing. Over the decades, the Travis L. Williams American Legion Post 65 has been and remains a critical part of the South Phoenix community. A post whose mission is one of service, a center that provides support for veterans and their families through a variety of programs and collaborations. Places like Post 65 provide a sense of community, a place where folks can receive assistance, as well as a place that eases lives through.
But the challenges that families face now are nothing compared to what myself and my other brothers and sisters have faced. He talked about housing. Housing is so critical, even more now so today. The numbers of evictions and foreclosure continue. Our economy may continue to grow, and our economy is doing great, but families are struggling.
But for a project like this, the City of Phoenix wants to do everything it can to help the events accepted. So we are very excited about this facility. For those who have not been outside in the courtyard and seen the murals that are outside, they are beautiful, they're lovely. I really appreciate AP, you including me in this ceremony, but really this is a testament that Phoenix, people always say Phoenix does things. Phoenix doesn't, the people of Phoenix do. And people who worked on this project, just look around. Think of what was here before. It's phenomenal. And so I hope you enjoy the facility. If there is something that we can do, we want to do it.
And we advocate for veterans, and we do it through our veteran service organizations, like Post 65, like the American Legion, like VFW and DAV. We can't do it without them. And so it's really an honor and pleasure to be here today to reopen Post 65. AP is always sort of in my ear about, you need to be here, and he doesn't even have to ask me to come here, because it's like home now. I see familiar faces, I enjoy the camaraderie, and I just am so proud to be part of this community and our ability to support the veterans in it.
I just want to thank everybody. This has been a long 90 days since March 17. And this all started with Dennis Prince because he's the one that brought me down here to the American Legion, so he's responsible, indirectly or directly. But I just want to thank everybody. It's been a long journey. I see a lot of people here supporting us today. We've had a bunch of corporations step up. I want to thank Cody and his family for actually planting the seed to get this thing started in the beginning. I've got a lot of constituents in here. I want to thank Matt, who sits back there. Matt Schuman used to be the National Legislative Director of the American Legion. He actually was supportive of all the relationships that I needed to do nationally to create programs here at the American Legion. He's been very supportive. I want to thank my good friend, Miss Randy Kendrick, wife of Ken Kendrick, owner of the Diamondbacks, is very supportive of veterans. She's a daughter of an Air Force veteran. Miss Karen Robeson, who's actually the head of the Joe Foss Institute. She's been supportive. My good friend Mary Lane. It's just been a bunch of people, but I also want to thank my good friend Jeff Gardner. Jeff leads by example. A lot of people talk about it, but he's about it. And I just don't say that because, he takes my call, and it's not about money. But if I call him at 5 in the morning and tell him I got this idea for the community, he listens to me. I know.
These changes and these upgrades have added a tremendous amount of character. The way the building looks, its functionality, are going to be a complement to what the American Legion is going to do for these years to come.
I want to thank Arizona Public Service, the Phoenix Suns, for helping Travis L. Williams Post 65 do some renovation work and also do some maintenance on our facility to get it up to par so we can be competitive in the market with other American Legions across the country. We really appreciate the support that we continue to get from those two organizations, especially APS. As I always say, APS stands for attitude, perseverance, and service. They've been with us every step of the way, support all our programs like Play It Forward, been a major supporter of the Post, and we really appreciate everything that they're doing. Some of the things we're going to be doing at the Post, we're going to be actually repainting the Post inside and out, doing some upgrades to our ceiling, replacing all the ceiling fans, replacing our bars. We're going to be remodeling our bars, remodeling the back courtyard so it can be more serviceable for our patrons and our members in the community. We're adding 7 new air conditioners, 4-ton air conditioners on the roof, remodeling both bathrooms. We're also going to be doing wiring and different things, making sure that all our stuff is up to par, changing out all our lighting, make sure our lighting is up to par, reupholstering all our chairs, redoing our kitchen, replacing all those appliances, replacing all our refrigeration appliances. Some of this stuff has been dated. I just want to really thank these organizations for their continued support of American Legion Post 65. I am Alan A.P. Powell, once again, the Heroes Foundation, and I am a member of Travis L. Williams Post 65. I've been a member here for 10 years. I'm also a former executive board member. Thank you. God bless America. God bless all our veterans.
All the folks at Post 65 who have been diligent in working on this amazing facelift over the past 15 weeks. One more round, please. Dan Grosvenor, who's been here doing a lot of the work in this Travis L. Williams Post 65 over the past 15 weeks. But, for those of you who have been in here before, this place was dark, right? It was dark. It was kind of overcast when you came in. There's a lot of activity inside, but wow, this is pretty amazing. All the screens, the amazing murals, the recognition of Travis L. Williams on the wall. Williams family, thank you all for being here today. You cement the legacy here in this place by being here, being part of this community. We can't say enough about the many distinguished community leaders, business leaders, and others who have come together to make this all happen. And the Arizona Foundation, as I mentioned, A.P. Powell. And so what we have today is a little bit of recognition for the organizations that put their money where their mouth is and lended their support directly to the community. The bronze recipients, the very first one, A-Bomb the artist. A-Bomb, come on up. So, just so you know, if you look around and see all the amazing murals, both inside and outside, this is the gentleman that did those. Crescent Crown Distributing. House. Phoenix Suns. Sentinel Fence and Contracting.
The Arizona Corporate Council works to help Arizona companies refine their efforts around veteran hiring and mentoring. We work hand in hand with the Arizona Department of Veteran Services and the Arizona Coalition of Military Families to provide a corporate voice to veterans' employment. Our job is to make sure that veterans don't just get a place to work, they get a career. And finding the right career for them is how we come together. We supported military immersion training, partnered with other organizations like the Arizona Foundation on career fairs, and earlier this year we partnered with Arizona Goldwater Institute and Hiring Our Heroes to sponsor a unique speaker series to bring awareness to military spouse unemployment and universal occupational licensing, which was started right here in Arizona. The silver honorees are Cox Communications. Robeson Resort Communities. And Shade Industries. Gold honorees are Impact Landscaping, Salt River Project, and finally the Platinum honoree is Arizona Public Service Company. A reminder to everybody that this is your post. That means the spot is available for Arizona Corporate Council meetings, for business offsites and breakfasts. On behalf of all the community partners and corporate citizens in attendance, the Arizona Foundation, the Arizona Corporate Council on Veterans Careers, thank you all for coming this morning. We really appreciate you being here. Thank you for those introductory comments, by the way, and the legacy. That's so important to connect this to what really it means, and I appreciate that. On behalf of the Corporate Council, we celebrate the grand reopening of the Travis L. Williams American Legion Post 65.
Today was a beginning, not an ending. What we do from this point forward is going to make a big change in this community for decades to come.